Alright guys, it's Stephen here on BlueMoonRisingTV, and the team news is out. It's Spurs versus Manchester City, first versus third, maybe our truest and most difficult test of the season so far, and the team is out. It is, and I'll run through it now for you. I've got my laptop here next to me. It's Bravo in goal. Alexander Kolarov is back at left back, his usual preferred position. Then John Stones and Nicholas Otamendi reunite in central defence. Then it's Pablo Zabaleta at right back, and he is captain for the day too. Fernandinho and Fernando in central midfield. Probably the first time we've seen two holding midfielders this year. David Silva is ahead of them. Then Sterling seems to be on the left. Jesus Navas on the right and Sergio Aguero up top. Caballero is the reserve keeper on the bench. Sanya, Clichy, the two backup fullbacks there. Gundogan is there in midfield as well. Garcia is on the bench, and so is Sane and Kelechi. No surprise personally that Gundogan's been rested. I think he was looking a little bit tired, a little bit leggy, and maybe 3 games inside 8 days would have been a little bit too much for him. We can see the comments coming through on YouTube, so get your questions in. Paul's going to be sending me a link to them in a second to be able to get talking about what you want to talk about with the game as well. But what do you make of this team? It's an interesting one. I'm not surprised really. It's starting to go a little bit thin in general in terms of the squad at the moment. We play a lot of games at the moment. They're very high intensity. The one worry I've got in general is just in terms of the squad's fitness, because Celtic was a very tiring game. That was some atmosphere in some game, but they will be knackered, and rightfully so, because Celtic gave it the roll from the very first minute to the last, and City, they ran as well. They really went for it, but it would have taken something out of them. Now, personally, Gundogan being rested, it makes sense. He's had a very long injury, dislocated knee, which is quite serious. And the idea of him pushing himself again against another team with very high intensity, it doesn't make sense to me. Get Fernando in there, get him holding midfield, get him really closing down everything he can, and hopefully he'll make himself useful at least. Paul, could you send me a link to the YouTube comments? Yeah. Cheers. And then maybe, fingers crossed, we'll be able to kind of at least run the midfield. Spurs are going to be really up for it, obviously. They're very in good form at the moment. They were second until Liverpool won yesterday. And they're the only other team as well, unbeaten at the moment, which is it says it all about their credentials as a team. They're very much in good form. I'm going to move this a little bit so I can see the comments at the same time. Put it to there. Hopefully you can all see me still. 1 second. But yes, look at the comments and the questions coming through now. Is Nilito suspended? I think he is suspended, isn't he? I think he's suspended for his last game. Yeah, he was back against Celtic because it wasn't a European competition. Why isn't Sane playing? Experience there. Asked why isn't Sane playing? I think he's just not really settled in yet, in general, into the City squad, and I think it'll take a time for him to find his role. It'll happen. Be patient. Give him time. Sterling's been in great form. And Nilito, in general, when he's playing, he's been in decent form as well. So I understand why maybe we have to be a little bit patient on this front with him, and I'm sure he will get his chance at some point in the future. And Pep, I'm sure he's got big plans for you, because you don't sign a player like that, a potential golden boy winner, and then not use him. He will get used. Apparently we are paused. Apparently, hopefully not. We're not paused. Seems to be coming through in general. Joe saying we're excited to see how we come back from a hard day's work at Celtic. Yeah, Joe, I'm a little bit worried about our stamina levels in general there, because it's going to be a big ask for these players after what they put in there. But fingers crossed they will be able to really just at least control the game from midfield. We're going to have to be very cautious. We're going to have to be very patient in general. But this is what Premier League is all about. I probably expect to draw myself personally. Is it on any channel? I'm not sure it is on TV Live, but we're doing a live watch along. Myself, Paul, and Stacey will all be here watching the game, so you can watch it too. You can get your dual screen thing going on. You can watch us enjoy the game, and there'll be plenty of fun. Where's De Bruyne? Luke, De Bruyne's injured, mate, unfortunately. Kevin De Bruyne is injured. I know it's horrible to say, but he is injured at the moment. Sane hasn't been given enough time to prove himself. Ice Designs with that question there. Yeah, he probably hasn't yet, but it'll take a while to blend him in. I'm sure Guardiola knows exactly when to use him and when not to. And he just needs to run the games, which he'll get eventually. But it would have meant dropping a De Bruyne or a Sterling was in form or an Nilito was in form. And I understand why he didn't, because at the moment things are looking quite rosy on that front. Yes, it is on Sky Sports 1 actually, yes. But watch long too, actually. I forgot that. I thought it was Saturday for some reason. That shows how quickly these games are coming around at the very moment. Keegan Monster, 360 with a great name there, thinks Caballero should start. It's an interesting shout there, mate. I think Bravo should be starting personally, but I understand why not. Go back through the team for you now. Claudio Bravo in goal. Right back is Zabaleta in goal. In defence is Otamendi and John Stones. Left back is Kolarov. And then in midfield, Fernandinho, David Silva is ahead of them. Sterling might be on the left, Navas on the right, and Aguero up top. The bench, you've got Caballero, Sanya, Clichy, then you've got Gundogan there, Alex Garcia, Kelechi, and Leroy Sane. So there is options there off the bench potentially. How about Company? Andreas asking there. Company is, once again, he's out for another 2 or 3 weeks, like De Bruyne at the moment. Fingers crossed we'll see him back soon. But it looks like the knock at the moment has come a little bit too soon for him. So we'll have to wait for Vincent Company, unfortunately. Again, as ever, as we always seem to be doing with Vincent Company. What do I think about Maisie? They're asking, what do I think about Navas starting? I don't mind Navas. I think he's a good squad player. I think he gives us a genuine width out wide. And Sterling's probably in just enough form at the moment to do well on the left. So I trust him to play there. And he did all right on the left at times against Celtic when he was cutting in, driving at people. But yeah, Navas on the right, I don't mind Navas. He'll work tirelessly. And when you've got Son on the left for Spurs, who's their biggest threat at the moment, he's going to be running at Zabaleta all day. We're going to need a person who can double and track back on him, and that's probably a big reason why Navas is starting, because he's very diligent and very defensive minded at least. So fingers crossed he can be really on it in general. And Navas, yeah, he should be okay. Malcolm worries for Bravo. They're going to press a lot. Well, yeah, they will do, but, you know, we live and die by the sword, so to speak. I'm not going to worry about a mistake that could happen. I'm going to trust in Pep on this one, because Bravo is what Pep wants. They're going to press high, so we're going to have to be on it. We're going to have to break the lines with the passing. We're going to have to keep the ball. We're going to have to move it very quickly. What score do I predict? I'm going for a 2-2. It's not a positive score, really, but away at Spurs, I will take that, because Spurs are a very good team, and we're looking a little bit tired at the moment. That initial early season kind of energy has probably died down a tad. I understand that, because games come quick and fast, players get tired, pressing, it'll take a while to adapt how to play this formation, and I reckon our energy levels are a little bit down. Omar's just pointing out that Son is starting as a striker. That's interesting. He wasn't there last time I saw him, so that'd be interesting. Oh yeah, because Kane's out, isn't he? No Harry Kane. What's your score predictions? Let me know in the comments as well. How do you think Gabriel Jesus will fit? We'll get onto that another day, mate, but he'll be great in January when he comes back to us. When does it start? The game starts at 2:15. We'll be doing a live watch along as well. Anyway, guys, yeah, we're going to get going now because we're ready for the game. But go and join us in the watch along, live watch along. We'll be on here. We'll be going live about 2 o'clock-ish or so. Anyway, guys, I'll see you soon. Drop a like, subscribe, get a comment and all that, and I will see you soon.